My name, age, and where I'm from?
Yes.
My name is 𝗙𝐿𝐿𝐴 Brown.
And your age?
I am 88.
And where are you from?
I'm from St. Thomas.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 6 daughters.
Grandchildren?
A lot of grandchildren.
That's fine. A lot is a whole heap.
Yeah, man, I have a lot of grandchildren.
Alright. Is there something you would tell your younger self?
I have a lot of things to say. Teach them to be careful. Don't keep too much company. And be careful of the kind of company that they keep. And things like those. To encourage a young person to be outstanding, you know?
You remember any time that that changed you to be a better person?
Yes, I do. Because I was grown in the country. And then I eventually later on leave to Kingston. And then when I leave to Kingston, I met my little sister, my younger sister. That we weren't grown together, but we are the same mom. And that's where I start to work and put myself together and things like those. And although she was younger than me, but she was there for me because she was living in Kingston before me. And I went to her home. She have her children. She have 2 size one and 3 smaller one. And each time when, especially on a Saturday, I went there, tidy up her place, wash the children's clothes, cook them food because she have 3 small ones. And do, you know, lot of little things for her while she gone to work. She sew, but she still work. Because as you know, being in Kingston and just have one job, it doesn't reach anywhere. You have to put yourself together to move around here and there to achieve. There are many things that I could have said because being an elder or a mother, you have to teach your children everything that they did not know or they wouldn't have known to allow them to grow, to be a better man or a better woman. As I say, I try to keep my children away from company, especially certain kind of company. A company sometimes leads children astray. So you have to always encourage them to keep away from company. I had 2 sisters, one in the States and one lives in Kingston. I want to tell them that the one that lives in the States, I eventually go about twice to visit her. And the one that lives in Kingston, we were grown together. So we, you know, we keep in touch with each other nearer than the one that is in the States. But this sister that I have live in Kingston, she don't have any children. But the one that live in the States have children, have 5 children. But you have to teach the people that is before you, the good that they can follow on. I always have to teach them how to be careful and keep away, as I say, from company, especially certain kind of company. Or sometimes they join the wrong company and spoil themselves. Company is good and company is bad. So it all depends on the kind of company that you are going to try to get onto. Very dangerous about getting onto the wrong company. When I was growing, I used to like company, but my kind of company was exceptional. Because I always tried to be among the opposite set of people, with people who into certain bracket that I can able to be with them to learn certain things. When I was young, I was telling my daughter yesterday that when I was young and when when politics start in Jamaica, politics in Jamaica was very, very good for Jamaicans. The start of politics, 𝗙𝗏 Bustamante and Norman Washington Manley. Those were the first two people that 𝗙𝗏 went away to some other country and wanted to do politics there. They chased him away. They say, we don't know you. We are not accepting you. Go back where you come from. And he came to Jamaica. And you know something? When I was a small girl, I could remember I was going in Clarendon. And there was a hotel marked Winch Shanty off the Rock. That time, 𝗙𝗏 was not a politician yet. And you know something? He stayed by that hotel. And it eventually happened that he came to our home in the district, one district, Whitechapel district. That time he didn't start politics yet. But you know, being in the area, he would love to be around that people could have known him because he has his plan. And he came around, he came to the yard. I met some little children, and I want to tell you, man, he lift them up and shake with hand, him, you know. He didn't even look whether them dirty, if their nose are run, if them, you know. He weren't prejudiced about getting around the little children them. That time we didn't know him, but you know, like children, and we see this white man we have never seen before as children. Everybody run to see this man, want him to shake their hand and, you know, things like those. And that's where I met him first and get to know him when I was a small girl, before he becomes a politician. Yeah? And then later on, he started, you know, to get around to allow the people them to know him. And later on now, he and Norman Washington Manley started to do politics. And I want to tell you, politics those days, oh my God, it was so good for Jamaicans. You know the amount of hundreds of people that get assistance from politics? A lot of Jamaicans. Those days politics was real good politics. People get house, people get their children to go to school, and those was the kind of politics. Politics those days was very helpful to Jamaicans. If it had continued the way in which it started, no other island could compare to Jamaica. Jamaica would be so outstanding. But later on, after they get out of it, the other people will take over. This is not carried on the right way. Because now politics becomes actually murder. Because PNP said JLP if he dead, JLP said PNP if he dead. That was not the kind of politics that those men started. It was a unity thing, that people unite with each other. you could have always had somebody in your area who is your leader, your whosoever. And you go and ask him a favor. And as long as they can help, they do help. Not anymore. Nobody busy with anybody. Everybody want to go there now to own a big house, have a car or two, and that's it. They're just for themselves. They don't busy with anybody anymore. That was not the kind of politics that those men started in Jamaica. Politics was so helpful to people in the earlier days when politics started, because those people was interested to help people. It's just politics break down. This wasn't the kind of politics. It was not. Politics was very good to Jamaica in the earlier part, because those people were mindful of Jamaicans. But not anymore. Everybody goes there now to fill their pocket and becomes wealthy. Not to help the people. Because I could remember the part that I was living, I lived in St. Thomas. My brother brought me from Kingston to St. Thomas, where my father went. He went abroad, and from coming back from abroad, he followed some friend goes to St. Thomas, while he was born and grew in Clarendon. And he went to St. Thomas, he make a very good living. Just follow a friend go there. But then he had what the people need. Because why? St. Thomas, the parish is a very backward parish when it comes on education. That does not work in St. Thomas. People are very dunce and very backward. When he went there, he was a third-year man. He worked with welfare department, agricultural society, different, and he assist people, he sign paper, you know, because he has what the people need. And he made a very good living there.
All right. Throughout all the years on earth, if anybody would remember you, what would they remember you for, or what would you want them to remember you for? What would you want? What you don't want people to remember you for?
Well, in a sense, as I say, I am a person who, you know, is like, people say I'm selfish, but it is not selfish. But I am accustomed to, like, do my own thing, you know?
What you want them to remember you for then?
Everybody would say, boy, Ms. Brown grew some children here, and they were very mannerly children, polite children, and things like that. I have done fairly well. I have 6 daughters, and I have done the best that I could for them. Somebody must have think about Ms. Brown and her children, how much I take care. I was mother and father for them. Yes, I was. And I have done everything that was possible to let them grow. Yeah? Because my mom died when I was 16 years old. So I was growing with just my father relatives. What I put out, when I had a job, my sister went to Cayman and get a job for me. And that time I had my first 3 children. And you know something? I didn't accept the job. I would love to go, but why? I had my children. I did not have a mom. I am not leaving my children to go. I'm not giving them away. And I don't have any family because my mom was dead. That was a mother to a child would be your nearest family. Are your most important family, your mother. And I didn't have a mother. Because of that, I didn't take the job. Even though my sister get it for me, I didn't take it. Because I'm not leaving my children. I had no one to leave them with. I'm not giving them away. That time I have the first 3 children. I put out everything to take care of them. Yeah?
Well, Ms. Brown, I want to thank you for coming today. And by that, I want to give you some flowers for appreciation that you came today and you're part of the shoot. It means the world to us.
Yes,
Me.
thank you.
Of course, thank you. I appreciate it. You feel good?
Yeah.
I appreciate hearing your stories too as well.
Okay.
It was very nice to hear. I'm sure your grandson definitely took a lot out of this as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel being a part of this shoot?
Well, I felt very much proud being here with you people.
Feel proud.
Yeah?